Never seen a lame man walk. Never heard a dumb man talk. Never seen a blind man see. I promise you will change his name. Never seen a canceled debt. Never seen all the poor get fed. Never seen a prisoner set free. I promise you will change his name.
Hey, everybody, look out. Clint's about to burn the place down.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Big C and Bigger T Podcast. Hope you are here ready for some awesome sports talk and just goofy talk, because it's going to be that today. Listen, whether you're watching us on the YouTubes, whether you're listening on the Apple Podcast or Spotify, like, share, like, share. Let your friends, your enemies, your next door neighbor, your Auntie Sue, and your Uncle Boo Boo, let them all know about what's going on here, okay? We'll take them all listening. I don't care, because you're here among greatness.
Yeah.
Because my man Big C is here.
I am here.
The champ is here.
Yeah.
The champ is here.
What's up, Branscombe? What's up?
The champ is here.
Sports Trivia King, man.
How does it feel being on top?
Man, it feels good. Heavy is the head that wears the crown.
Hey, Clint, our guest is laughing.
He is. He
uncontrollably.
Even Jumbo knows I'm
the
a
talk
cesspool of
you.
useless information, and I can regurgitate said useless information.
Being on top.
Hey, and if I could sum today's podcast up, this podcast up in 2 words, it'd be body mass.
Okay. All right. So
hey, this is the largest. You talk about, there's podcasts that have 10 guests that don't weigh this much.
Nope.
This is the largest podcast ever in the history of podcasts.
Hey, we're about to bust out some wipeout by the Fat Boys right here.
Okay. You know, I had $1 million idea, and I'm going to give it away here on the podcast. And Jumbo, he knows about it. I've talked to both of you about it. You were going to be on the show. I was going to do a spinoff of the Wiggles for chubby kids.
The Jiggles?
The Jiggles. Gonna have songs like Cellulite.
We did not talk about that beforehand.
I mean, I've come up.
That's it.
Yeah. And you see why I do this podcast? Because I need a creative outlet. Because if not, I come up with crap like that.
That's right. So well,
anyway.
Clint, introduce the world to our man,
guys,
the guest supreme on this special week.
It is a big week
of football.
It is a big week. This is one of my best friends in the world. I was at his wedding. He was at my wedding. You performed one of my weddings, Travis.
I did.
Just one of them.
I didn't do such a good job on that.
Yeah, I blame you. It's the entire thing. It's on you. But Brian Jumbo Coughlin, all Gulf South Conference office lineman at Arkansas Tech University. Former dirty rotten Vilonia Eagle.
Come on, dude. Yeah. Come on.
But yeah, Jumbo, man, it's great having you. Hey, say hi to Gabe. He's a super fan.
Gabe Saracel?
Gabe Saracel. He's Big C Bigger T. Yeah. He's
backup, and then you're back up.
Yeah. Well, he wasn't really. No, he was
second string center got
hurt.
Yeah.
I was gonna say.
Yeah, no, what had happened was the starting center got hurt, and they're like, look, we can't really play Clint. So if you went in on the depth chart, they had Gabe in the number 2 hole behind Jumbo and the guy, I don't even remember who it was, but yeah, they were like, because we were joking, because me and Jumbo were having this conversation about, you know, he says that I got demoted to 4th string once. I don't remember it. but it could have. But let's just be honest, it could have happened.
100% did happen.
Yeah, I don't remember it. Yeah, I think you're lying. So, and I'm a sports trivia king, so we're just going to go with my version. It's my podcast. Don't make me boot you, Jumbo. I will boot you off here. I'll have Shane on here in 2 seconds. I mean, she's already your mom, dad. Their youngest brother, Shane Calton, is by far the favorite Calton of the Calton parent. Our favorite kid.
He was the fastest, right? He was
definitely fast.
Hey, technically, I was the fastest because the last time we raced, I was 15 and he was 11. No, 9.
Okay.
Yeah, I beat him that time. So
okay, sweet.
We'll go with that. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, that's right.
But I was telling me and Joe were talking about. I said because you know how Pittman was talking about how they had the strategy of like, okay, if this guy goes down, then this guy goes, and they'd have it down to their 5th left tackle. They would have probably had that many options before I would have actually had to play meaningful down. Like, all right, we're gonna take that kid out of the stands and put him at center.
That's right.
And then he came to them. Hope he's got
let's bring out the trombone.
Like they would have brought. There's a guy there with a bassoon that just had a jersey just in case.
That's right.
It would have happened.
He played a little center in high school. Well, I gotta say, Clint, Jumbo is one of your best friends, and you got to spend time with him in college. But I was thinking back as we were talking about it. When I first met Jumbo, and I didn't tell him the story. I did ask him a couple questions to make sure I was remembering. Hopefully, I'm remembering it correctly. But I think we were at a deal, and it may have been at Cold Springs camp, a church deal, and I was like, okay, there's another big guy here. Cool. And then we started playing games. And Clint, this big guy, like I was used to being the athletic fat guy.
Right, yeah.
Okay. But there was another fat guy that was more athletic than me. He was moving better than me. And I got intimidated, I'll be honest with you. Because I'm like, I'm supposed to be the Southern Baptist athletic fat dude.
Right, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And they're doing this game that was the dumbest game. And Jumbo, I don't know if you remember this, but it was like you had to put a trash can on your head and you run across like an X and like you would like run into each other. And there was like junior hires and senior hires all doing this at the same time. And I just remember seeing Jumbo run over some normal sized kid. But he didn't try to. He was being real nice. Like he was just running kind of sideways, like, I'm about to kill somebody. I'm about to kill somebody. And he about did. And so I just remember thinking, wow, that big dude's athletic. And so when we played Vilonia, I would always pay attention to where Jumbo was because I knew he was an athletic beast. So Jumbo, that was how I remember you from high school, man. Back in the day, okay? So playing some dumb church camp game. And
good respect.
Yeah.
Well, Jumbo, you're a big movie buff, of course. I mean, like we would get in these chat rooms on Yahoo and just do movie trivia lines, but be sitting right next to each other. Chat rooms, that's how old we are.
Yeah, that's right.
But they would
we
would be sitting right next to each other. And like give a movie theater line and then have the movie line and then type up the answer like real quick. So we kept getting to pick. And I know we annoyed everybody in there. But the reason I bring that up is because we have a holy shnikes moment every week. And me and Travis, we talked about it. And they've been talking about it on the buzz all day. But the holy shnikes moment, do you want to give it or you want me to give it, Big T?
You give it. Yeah.
So is it the special teams coordinator at Texas?
I believe that's right. Yeah.
He left his wife and kids. He left his wife and kids and started dating a stripper. That her stage name is Pole Assassin. Now, see, Jumbo, you got if you I hope you're watching because Jumbo's losing it. So somewhere, somebody in Austin, Texas is like, next to the stage, pole assassin. And like, I'd be ducking for cover and stuff. But anyway, so that's bizarre.
Yeah. That's,
So,
I mean,
it just keeps getting
you're
weirder. We're going down a
Division I
rabbit hole here.
coach,
Yeah. So you got this respected college
public
football coach
figure. Yeah.
making a couple $100,000 a year, dating pole assassin. Now, the thing about pole assassin is she's got trauma in her life.
Mm.
And it's so severe.
That never happens in that line of work.
I know it's hard to believe. It's so severe. She has to have an emotional support monkey. I don't see the humor.
The only way this story could get even better is to add a monkey.
So yeah, so you've got this
way.
monkey, and apparently, old Joe took little Jimmy. I guess they live in the subdivision, and so they went and knocked on pole assassins and special teams coach door, and then apparently the emotional support monkey just snapped something in its head, snapped, and it bit the kid. Apparently to the point where they had to literally pry the monkey's jaws off the kid. I don't have an update from there. Like, they're disputing that part. Like, yeah, he kind of attacked the kid. Y'all, there's a monkey a couple years ago ripped someone's face off.
Yeah, ate their face.
Don't.
Monkeys
don't
are wild animals. They're wild animals.
They're just stop it, y'all.
Don't.
I mean, y'all seen the
Stop
Tiger King. You know how it ends. Stop it. Get
Hey,
a
not
dog
really,
in the
because
hat.
Tiger King 2 is on Netflix.
That's right, baby.
Oh, it's on. Okay, well, tomorrow's my day off.
Coming out. That's right. Tiger King 2.
As soon as this podcast is over, Taco Tuesday and Tiger King 2.
That's right. That's a holy shnikes moment.
That is.
I mean, you
definitely,
have Division I football coach,
yeah,
pole assassin, monkey going rogue.
Yeah,
that's.
I mean,
holy shnikes. That just happened.
I mean, you know, that kid is going to go to school and go, guess what happened? I mean, and it may not be funny now, but when he's about 15 goes,
yeah.
Oh, that's pretty funny. You know.
Oh, and that's not all the story.
Oh, I
guess
know
who the monkey belonged to.
Oh no! Tell me. Oh yeah. I thought you had something to add to it. I was
No.
do you have some details? And I'm like,
no, I'm telling the story as a kid.
Yeah, I see. You made a clever joke, and it took me a second to get it because I'm mesmerized by Jumbo's beard. It's glorious.
Yeah, it's a special thing. That is the best. It beats your other guy out on the best beard.
Yeah, definitely
by
does.
far.
Wait, who was the other guy?
Dustin Sims. Got work.
Dude, you never told me about him.
No, your beard's way better. That's all right.
Yeah.
Bad, homie.
Clint has other beards in his life.
I feel
I'm a sucker for
Other
facial
bearded
hair.
fat
What can I
man.
say?
Okay,
So,
now
Jumbo,
here's the thing. And one of the reasons we wanted Jumbo on, and we've already kind of talked about it. Clint and I grew up in beautiful Greenbrier, Arkansas.
Yeah.
Okay. A bedroom town of Conway, Arkansas.
Yeah.
On the
Dude,
north.
how can you
side.
be Greenbrier and your colors are blue and white?
That's
Dum dums.
I've asked myself that. I've asked it that myself. I don't know.
I gotta
They
say
didn't
that's a
consult
legitimate
me.
question. Okay, it's a legitimate question.
It's a legitimate question. I didn't even argue with you.
We're not gonna argue with you on that one. Now, Jumbo, on the other hand, grew up on the east side of Conway in another bedroom community, Vilonia.
Woo woo.
The two towns are about 15 miles apart as the crow flies, or as I drive through the back roads.
It's over yonder.
As I would drive through the back roads on my 78 Ford pickup back in the day. But it's an interesting deal because people in both towns work in Conway, Arkansas. So people work together. Okay. So they work in the different factories or businesses there usually. And then back in our day, everyone hung out in Conway, right? At the cruise strip.
Yeah, go.
Oh yes.
Yeah,
Front
Remember the
Street,
cruise
baby.
strip? Well, Front
Yes,
Street.
sir.
Okay, we had this little strip of downtown where the police would let cars park all along the side, and we'd get in line and we'd drive our cars and waste gas.
Time out. I don't know about you guys, but I had a 77 Silverado with a 383 stroker. So I definitely parked and did not cruise.
Well, I had a 78 Ford with a 400, and
you parked?
I did a little both.
You know, my favorite.
Well, I did some
cruising
cruising
the
at first
story?
until I realized how much gas I was spending.
Yeah. It depends on if I had gas money that night or not.
Yeah, for sure.
There was one time I was out with my parents, and I was like 15, I think, maybe 16, and they went down the strip on like a Friday or Saturday night. And I remember like unbuckling my seatbelt and hiding in the back seat, like curled up in a little ball, because I didn't want anybody to see me in a Ford Windstar.
Jumbo, the other reason I drove was because I wanted to show off my 2.8s with instead of an amp, I had a bass booster. You remember those? You could buy them at Walmart.
Oh yeah.
You just wire them into the system and it would boost your bass by a little bit. It sounded horrible.
Dude, I had two black Phantom 15s, which I got
you had a nice
Expos, and a Jensen 400 watt amp. And that was the first system I ever installed. And it was the first time I realized you want a solid wire from your battery to your amp power cord.
Yeah.
Like 18 different splices with no duct tape or electrical tape or anything. Because if something touches anything metal, smoke.
That's right.
It's all bad.
Hey, and there'd be lots of those. There'd be lots of trucks with smoke rolling out of them. I remember there was one truck one time had like almost like a 20-inch sub sitting in the back. They probably stole out of a church or something. It was like in the back of a truck, just facing up in the air. You know, like,
I think that was Richard Coran.
Was it? You know,
I'm pretty sure it was.
But man, anyway, we would. But the thing was, the Greenbrier and Vilonia kids, we would all hang out there. We'd on the side of the road, we'd talk to each other and hang out. And, you know, whatever, go to the movie theaters, bowling alley, whatever it was. But then when it came time for sports,
100%.
You know, and the thing was, the generation before us, I mean, it was even crazier. But even in our day, like they would at Greenbrier, we would set up and bring a trailer in to set concessions up on the visitor side, and they would open up another ticket gate because there would be trash talking during the week, and people would say they're going to fight at the game or whatever. Of course, on the field, we didn't care about all that.
Right.
But
I was going to say, I didn't know about any of that because I was playing.
Yeah, and the rivalry got diminished a little bit when we were playing, I think, because they took us out of the conference. I mean, we were. Yeah. I mean, it still meant something. It's still like Georgia Tech means something. Clemson, South Carolina means something.
Yeah.
Greenbrier, but it wasn't meant something, but it wasn't a conference game. I mean, like it had no bearing on anything. It was pretty much playing for pride.
Yeah, it was just bragging rights. Yeah.
But that's where this week is a little different, guys, because I was talking to some friends from Greenbrier this week or in the last week. They're in the conference. They're 9-0.
Both of them.
This is for the conference championship. What is it? One of them's ranked like 6th, and one of them's ranked 7th in the state 5A.
Yeah, I think 2 and 3 in their division.
They're just one off, right?
Yeah, and I think PA's number 1.
And not only that,
well, I'm just saying that's what I think. I'm
One
not
of our-
100%. I don't research anything.
I was listening to one of our we don't do it, Jumbo. We don't do a lot of high school sports because Clint doesn't like high school sports because he's afraid he's going to be, one of those has-beens that show up at a high school game.
I really am. I don't want to be that guy.
Yeah.
Don't.
But anyway, don't
want to be.
There is a podcast based out of Greenbrier, and I want to give them full credit. Based out of Greenbrier called Between the Mats.
Mm-hmm.
Matt Wilcox and Matt McJunkin. He played at Harding. But Matt Wilcox's son is the quarterback, okay? And he's coached his son from Pee Wee. And on their podcast this week, I listened to a little bit of it, and he said he remembers when they were in third grade, these Vilonia kids and these Greenbrier kids have been playing each other in Pee Wee because the Pee Wee programs have been strengthened in Greenbrier and Vilonia since we were kids. We were kids, there wasn't a Pee Wee program.
Right.
Well,
we had it in my third grade year. We had it, and then they didn't have it again after that. I didn't play again until seventh grade.
So now they've had one for all these years, and Matt Wilcox on his podcast was saying that he told these guys the last time he coached, or when they coached each other, he said, if you guys stay together, you're going to be playing each other for the state championship your senior year. And, whether they make it to the state championship or not, it's kind of neat that it has come around to this,
Well, and it's a real possibility that they do. I mean, they're that, both teams are that good and highly,
well, there's some other teams in 5A that are going to have something to say about that.
Oh yeah, no, I mean you got
PA, you got Whitehall, you got Camden Fairview down here.
You got
representing
two
South Arkansas.
Yeah,
you got some others, but they could. They're both. And here's one of the difference, Jumbo, and Clint. In the past, both of our teams struggled with lack of speed.
Yeah.
But these two teams got a little speed on them now compared to what they've had in the past anyway. They've had some good years where they were the more disciplined, the tougher team maybe. Vilonia's made it to the state championship, being when Stanley was there, running that double wing thing. And, they were the more disciplined and, running that option. But now they're doing the spread just like, and they're looking like a Greenwood and some of those guys that have done it in the past. They're looking a lot like those teams. And so I think it's gonna be, we'll make our picks later. But Jumbo, just talk a little bit about you from the Vilonia side. What was the rivalry with Greenbrier like for you?
Dude, to us, it didn't matter if we won any other game as long as we beat Greenbrier.
Yeah,
a good year. And from my, I think 8th grade till senior season, we never lost to Greenbrier. So
I think we beat. I thought we beat.
Shut up! Grade. No, you didn't.
Okay.
We won all 5 years.
Hey, y'all did beat us in 7th grade.
Oh, bad. We were over.
No, that wasn't bad. Remember, that's the one that I always tell the story about.
Oh, yeah.
We were tied, and we hadn't won a game all year. And we wasn't going to get to play the next game because we gotten in trouble on our last road game, so our coach wasn't going to let us go any more road games. So we were tied, and we considered it was 6-6. We won the game, man. That was as good as it win for us because we hadn't even been that close to anybody all year. Well, the last play of the game, our left corner, his ear pad fell out. And he comes off the field.
Whatever would we do?
He comes off the field, Jumbo, to get his new ear pad. Y'all run a sweep right. He was the left corner. The last ray of hope to stop on a sweep. Y'all ran it for a touchdown. We lost 12-6. Anyway. But and that was the thing, Jumbo. And that was the thing, too. Y'all would beat us, Clint and I, every year.
Yeah, I didn't have a lot of success
But there was a couple of times, well, our junior year, we made the playoffs. Y'all were at home, I think. And we
you realize that my junior year, which was y'all's junior year, I broke my arm in the second play of the second game against Lamar.
really
Play the rest of the year.
oh man.
Just
Well,
saying.
no, y'all
that's
still
why-
they didn't need you to beat us.
Yeah, y'all still killed us. And that was the thing, man. And that's what killed me about it. It wasn't close.
No.
And we like if you look at the rest of the season, everybody, if you just looked at the schedule for the rest of the year, everybody would say, well, Greenbrier was the better team. Not on that night, it wasn't.
And I don't know, mine and Jumbo Senior. I know you didn't play your senior year, but it was 12-0 was the game. And I think I talked to a guy, Shane, a gentleman who used to be, he was a Perryville booster, worked for Spalding Athletics. You keep telling me I just bring people up and I don't explain who they are. So now I know a little bit about the guy. But he said it was the quickest game he'd ever been to, because I don't think there was a pass thrown that game.
No.
It was 3 yards. They might as well just kept the clock moving the entire time.
Yeah.
That's about how bad it was. So,
Dude, I'm pretty sure in my 3 years of high school, we ran maybe 12 pass plays.
well, and I joke about Greenbrier. Our pass play was the draw. It was that
wraparound draw.
the stupid little wraparound draw that worked.
Well, we had a tight end dunk,
Yeah.
but I mean, and then a little wheel route out to running back. But
I do remember being in Brown Hall, being on the second floor in Brown Hall, hanging out. You're there, you're moving into the dorm, you're hanging out, getting ready, and you see this big bald guy go down to the last room on the right. And that was Jumbo. And we, introduced himself like, hey, I'm Clint Clark. He's like, I'm Jumbo. He goes, where are you from? And I go, Greenbrier. He goes, Greenbrier. Like he's like, I'm about to give this guy so much crap.
I hate you already.
Yeah, because there was him and Shane McIntyre played tight end that was from Vilonia. So we had.
I remember Jumbo one year. I think it was either 10th or 11th grade. We show up to our.
Look,
we have a kid
we have a photo
up
bomber.
We show up to our locker room, and there's a ceramic eagle, and it's like got stuff written all over it. It says, "Beat the Panthers, go Vilonia."
I mean, obviously, our boosters did it to fire us up, but
they said
it
that
didn't
one of y'all
work.
came and put it in there, but it was obvious our boosters, probably did it just to try to fire us up. Like our boosters were doing stuff like that, and y'all still kicked our tails. But that's how a rivalry game, right? You throw out the records.
Exactly.
Throw out the records. There's emotion that goes into it. There's passion, and that's what's exciting for these guys. That I'm glad they're going to get to experience that this week.
I mean, it means a lot, because I mean, Greenbrier, Vilonia, I don't know. I tried to do some research and then I got distracted, but they played a gajillion times and their game has never been this big.
No.
Ever. And it's insane. It's insane to think about. So.
And there's been times when it's, there's been times when it's decided like a conference championship or something like that in the past. But, Greenbrier is about to move up to 6A, I believe, within the next couple of years. So they're growing. When that happens, they're going to experience growing pains. It's, they're going to have a hard time in there with the Greenwoods and the, El Dorados and, Cersei's and some of these, bigger schools are going to have to face Jonesboro. And so, this could be a, for a while, kind of a, last time that this game means what it means. And there's been some other things. I was real close to a man named Wayne Hartness who's of Conway fireman, grew up Greenbrier. He played for Greenbrier. Used to tell me all the stories of the old school Greenbrier Vilonia games. Well, Wayne died of cancer, and now they have a scholarship fund that goes to, they alternate it. There's another man from Vilonia that they name it in honor of the scholarship in honor of, and they rotate it every year. One year a Greenbrier student gets the scholarship, 1 year a Vilonia student gets the scholarship.
Oh man,
And
that's
and those guys' names, and both of them were big time, boosters for Vilonia and for Greenbrier. So there's lots of neat things that have happened. But the truth is, you hear some of these kids talking, man. They want to win it. They want to win it bad. They want to win this game, and that's what's so cool about football and small town rivalries, right?
Very true.
Jumbo, I do have a question for you. How old is Chance now?
He is 12.
Is that exactly what you look like at 12?
Exactly.
I mean, I know he's got you. I mean, you're bald now, but I remember seeing pictures of you when I'd hang out at your house, and he's got your hair for sure. What's up, Chance?
No.
Hey, Chance, tell us what you were for Halloween last year.
Do it. Hey, it's funny. Yeah, it's funny. Do it. Tell them what you were for Halloween last year.
You ain't got to.
I was childhood obesity.
I didn't even tell him to say that.
Did you remember? You remember I had a character that I would goof off and play in college called Captain Obesity?
Yes, I do. Absolutely, I do.
That's gonna be my wrestling gimmick for a little while. It's gonna be Captain Obesity. I was gonna go take healthy food out of fridges. Like, no.
Oh, that would have been awesome.
So, Jumbo, we did kind of skip over it, but I want to hear, what was your favorite story of playing football with me?
Okay, it literally has nothing to do with football.
Great.
The trip to Valdosta, which was a 16-hour bus ride, if you remember. And you were telling the futures of all the players. Do you remember this?
I do remember.
Okay. So
I got in trouble for this one. I did that. They were mad at me. The coaching staff was a little salty at me.
So we would give you the different players, and you would give us their futures.
Right, yeah.
Jeremy Christopher. Oh, he posed as Sasquatch for 15 years. Then he shaved all his back hair and chest hair and leg hair off and sold it to Make-A-Wish to make wigs.
Right, yeah.
1,000 little kids.
I know the punchline, and it's fantastic. It's one of my finer words.
So, dude, no matter who we asked for it, every single person, you just like made up like a future, what they did on the spot, like without even thinking. So someone's like, hey, dude, Todd Cooley. Todd Cooley dies of a heart attack at 21. And we're like, dude. He's like, I know.
I didn't say that.
That is my favorite Clint memory.
So,
which is hard because there's a lot of them, because he is literally the funniest guy I've ever known in my life.
See, and I was thinking, because you said I had to give my favorite one of you, and I told us one of them over the phone before we got here that I'll leave off. But this one's not PG. This one is definitely NC-17, if not X-rated. So for a treat, they let us go to the pool one day. The entire football team, we got to go to the pool. We were just playing around the pool, and they go, hey, let's have a diving contest. And they have like
You
the
didn't
GAs
say
over there.
this.
Huh?
You can't talk about this.
Okay, then I can't say
Okay,
it.
go ahead. It's fine.
Okay, but they have the GAs over there giving scores.
All right.
And the guys say, hey, we want to see some skin hit the water. And now Jumbo is one of the most athletic guys I've ever seen. Like, a big man should not be able to do what this man does. He's up there on the high dive doing flips off. And Jumbo's like, well, they say they want to see some skin hit the water. He drops his trunks and is completely naked and just jumps straight in the water off the high dive. and we're all just losing our minds. And it's it was one of the funniest things, if not the funniest thing I've ever seen my entire life. So.
All right.
Forgot to mention that I did a gainer while I was naked.
Yeah, he did.
Oh,
he did do a
yikes.
gainer. Yeah, it was. I wish I could unsee it. I can't unsee it.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
They
awesome.
all had like scorecards. I remember Coach Mark Taylor giving me a 69.
I do remember that. He did do that. Yeah. I don't. Yeah. I'm sorry I went there. But I did because it was a hilarious story. It's a funny story. No, we got another big college football game this week. Got Arkansas is back at it after a week off, taking on the Mississippi State Bulldogs. Trev, what you think, bud?
Man, this one's going to be I was feeling really good about it, before they played, Mississippi State played last week.
Yeah, I know. They looked great last week.
And then they played Kentucky, which I think is a team that we're comparable to. And they looked really good against them. Am I hearing the stats right that they're leading, like they're up there in the time of possession?
Look, a game, yeah, they lead the league in time of possession, but
They're averaging 6 yards a pass.
yeah. But the time of possession thing, by the way, is it gets skewed, and Mike Leach will tell you he doesn't care about time of possession.
Yeah.
I mean, they're averaging 35 minutes.
Hey,
Yeah.
Chip Kelly said that too until he went to the Eagles and the last
Yeah.
years.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
Just
it's
saying.
and Will Rogers is, man, he, what's he completing, like 70-something%? Completed 90.
Completed 92% last week against
Yeah.
Kentucky.
Yeah, and by the way, he's named after my dad's favorite cowboy politician, comedian, Will Rogers.
Will Rogers.
Oh, I know who that
Anyway.
is.
You know who that is?
Of course I do.
Way to go. And on the buzz today, some guy called in and said, "We ain't gonna get beat by nobody named after the singing cowboy." Like, that's Roy Rogers, you idiot.
I had it wrong the entire time. My
Yeah.
bad, y'all.
Anyway, got some Will Rogers books right here if I want to. Anyway, but it's gonna be a tough game. But I think it's a game we can win. I think it's a game we should win. I don't know. What do you think, Jumbo? What do you think on the game this week?
Wait, what game we picking?
We're not picking it yet. We're just talking about the Razorbacks.
We're just jabbering about Arkansas versus Mississippi State.
Oh, Arkansas 1,000, Mississippi State -100.
I think every game this year Arkansas has played, it's the more physical team has won.
Yeah.
With the exception maybe the Ole Miss game. That was just an anomaly. Just
Dude, here's my thing. We always play better unranked, and we always play better as underdogs. And when we lose 3 in a row, it makes me happy because there's way more room on the bandwagon, so I can man spread without having people griping at me about my knees.
Yeah.
So
I
that's all I'm
think
saying.
I think they'll be fine. I think we'll control the game, control the clock. I mean, we'll run the ball. And I really do. I think we can win this.
As long as we're close all the way through, we're going to win the game.
Yeah.
And
I think you're right. I think we got the KJ factor. I think I think he's going to keep proving himself.
Yeah.
I think he's going to keep every big moment he
Dude,
has.
when you got a running quarterback that's 250 pounds, yeah, every time.
And it's making good decisions.
Yeah.
Not only is he big
sure.
and can run, but he's making right decisions. He's
for sure.
pulling the ball
For
out
sure.
when he needs to. He's running it when he needs to. He's passing when he needs to. He's
KJ's had 3 picks this year. He's at 3, correct?
I think so. Yeah.
He had the one against Rice, who Marcus Elliott and Landon Leach on the buzz today were saying that it wasn't that bad of a throw.
Yeah.
And Marcus Elliott, who is one of the most negative guys I know when it comes to the Razorback football team, is even talking about how special KJ Jefferson is and how special he's going to be. Then he had that one against Texas, and that was just a heck of a play. And the other one was an interception on a Hail Mary. That's it. I mean, it's just he's doing some crazy things. And watch him go out and throw 3 picks this game, but I think KJ's the difference in the game.
And we can't really say it, but we all know it, right? We've had a 2-week break. Let's just be real, okay? We've had a 2-week break. Some of our starters got on the field against UAPB. I'm guessing that's about the only grass they touched that week. Okay. I'm thinking he said, all right, boys, just go do something, and you're faster than them. Just do it. Well, they went and did it. They got their lead. All right, sit down. Let's get the subs.
And a goal to Traylon Burks was just there anytime they wanted it at that entire game. I mean, if you were playing Madden, you would have just kept calling him that and had like 1,000 yards by half.
He was Michael Vick on Madden when Michael Vick was on the cover of that.
Yeah.
Can I tell another favorite Clint story?
Sure.
Okay. So we were playing Madden, I think it was 93, and we were in Brown Hall, and he was the Packers because that was his team. I was the Eagles because that was my team. He kept up until like 05 or 06, you had every one play there was one play on every team that like pretty much scored every time.
Yeah.
So yeah, he did that, and he was running out the clock, and I was like, dude, you suck for running out the clock. He goes, oh, you want me to score again? Okay, here we go. Favre to the tight end for another touchdown. Oh yeah, now we're up by 6 touchdowns. So what are you gonna do? I picked up his shoes and I threw them out of my 3rd-story dorm window in winter.
That happened.
And made him go down there in bare feet to pick up his shoes. I was so mad that he beat me in Madden.
Nice. That sounds like something Clint would have done to his little brother.
Because it's like, well, I guess I'll go pick him up. But I was talking a lot of junk, and I was just trying to not run it up too bad on you.
Yeah. All right. Let's get into the picks.
Okay.
All right.
Cool.
Now, here's the deal, Jumbo, and Clint may have told you this, but just to kind of let everybody know, we're doing these picks this year, and we thought, hey, we got a big Rolodex. We could get famous people like College Game Day, to come in. We could get Kim Jong-un or Kim Jong-un. That would be
Kim Jong.
Yeah, Kim Jong.
Corso for me,
Mr. Sandler. No, I ain't got him.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, yeah. We don't need him. We're regular guys, and we want regular guys picking, right? And then we thought, hey, you know what? We talk about our moms a lot, and they're sweet people. So we get our moms to pick also, Jumbo. So you're competing with the rest of the guest pickers against us and against our moms, okay? Now, I have to update on where the standings are. Don't you think, Clint? Don't you think I should update that? Because we can't go into this.
I know who's second.
Right now, my mom, Miss Betty, is trailing at 39 correct picks so far. The guest pickers have guessed 40 picks correctly. Clint's mom, Mama Sue, has picked 41 correctly. Big C, Clint, has picked 51 correctly. And I don't know, this guy is at 53 correct. Okay, so Jumbo, I had a perfect 10 for 10 last time. That'll never happen again.
No.
It'll never, ever happen again. I'm usually horrible at this kind of thing. And the fact that I'm in the lead is pretty freaking amazing. So we'll see what happens. The first one we have, and I'm as I read these, Jumbo, I'm gonna read the spread, but that's just for education purposes. We're not betting, guessing by the numbers or anything.
Oh, I'm 100% guessing by emotional.
Yeah, that's what we want to go by. But
I'm gonna take the over under.
Just to educate a little bit. Just to educate a little bit, we do have the spread here. First one is Auburn at Texas A&M. A&M by 4.5. Jumbo, who you got?
Dude, I'm going with A&M just because we beat them and they beat Alabama. So if they win, we're good.
Okay.
Mama Sue taking the barn. I'm going to take A&M. I think they're just a little bit better. And this game's probably for second in the West.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Mama Betty said A&M, and I'm going A&M also. I think they're the better team. I think they got a better roster. Texas at Iowa State. Iowa State by 6.5. Who you got, Jumbo?
I'm gonna let my son Chance pick this.
Wait, what?
Texas or Iowa State? Just pick one. Come here. Come here.
No.
No, get in the
No.
He said he was going to clown on the podcast. He ain't clowning much. He just sitting there.
Yeah. Come on. Who you picking? Texas or Iowa State?
Texas.
No.
Iowa State.
He picks
Okay.
Texas sucks.
Mama Sue going Texas. I can't with the pole assassin controversy. I can't in good conscience pick that. I just can't do it. I think their quarterback's gonna get attacked by a monkey or something. I'm going to Iowa State.
Yes.
Huh?
I'm going Iowa State just because I hate Texas. Oh, and the monkey thing. Yeah.
Yeah, the monkey.
Right.
Who did Miss Betty pick?
She picked Iowa State,
Okay.
which I was surprised by, actually. But I think she saw the 6.5 points and pushed her that direction.
Yeah.
All right. Hugh Freeze and Liberty head down to Oxford at Ole Miss. Ole Miss by 9 is what the bettors are saying. What do y'all say?
I say Liberty by 500 just because Ole Miss sucks because they beat us.
Okay.
Last second on a 2-point conversion. Goobers.
Hey, Jumbo, did you agree going for 2 was the right call?
I 100% did.
Okay, me
Yeah.
too.
That was the wrong play call.
Yeah, I didn't like the play call. Me and Mama Sue both pick at Ole Miss, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's a game going to the fourth quarter.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm saying Ole Miss, but that's only if they can get their cramp problem fixed.
You mean the fake injury problem?
Yeah. Yeah. You gotta get them boys. Gotta get them boys some Flex All 454 and some pickle juice.
They've been advertising that Highlands leg cramp
And
thing all
mustard.
over the TV.
Yeah,
they
and
need
mustard,
some of
yeah.
that.
Dude, yeah, mustard's the thing now, right? To fix
Yeah.
it.
Well, mustard.
Someone told me that. I was like, mustard, really?
Apparently it's a thing.
Wake Forest at North Carolina. North Carolina by 2.5.
Dude, I'm taking North Carolina just because several of my peers in my company are in North Carolina, and I don't want to make them mad.
Okay.
Mama Sue's going North Carolina. I'm going to take Wake. I think Wake is probably going to win the ACC.
Dude, shut
this year.
up. No one likes you. Shut
That's
up.
true.
You sound
That's
like
true.
I'm kidding. Dude, I don't
Clint.
Yeah.
Mama Betty said North Carolina. I'm saying Wake also.
you sound like me.
I think they had a chance to beat them. I think they could be the better team there.
Yeah.
Tennessee at Kentucky.
You want me to go first?
Yeah, you go first, bud.
All right. This is a toughie because I have friends in Kentucky, but my supervisor works or lives in Tennessee. So I'm going to say Kentucky by 6, just because my friends are more important than my supervisor.
There you
I love
go.
how Jumbo's picking these games.
Yeah,
It's pretty good.
yeah.
It's,
Some good logic there.
I think this game is actually Mama Sue's picking Kentucky, by the way. I think this game is for second in the East. And it's going to be interesting to see how Kentucky comes out after losing that game. Tennessee's a different team with Hendon Hooker at quarterback. I'm still going to go Kentucky, though. I think they're just a little bit better still.
Hey, just for hindsight, I'm also picking Kentucky because they made Jared Lorenzen a quarterback who weighs 300 pounds.
There you go. Yeah.
So,
And got up to 400 pounds while he was there, too.
yeah, he did. Before
Mama Betty said Tennessee because
Elvis
that's
is
where
from.
Elvis is from.
Elvis from, yeah.
And I'm going to say Tennessee also. I think Kentucky is going to be still reeling from last week. I think last week will be like for them, Arkansas losing to Tennessee in 98 and then losing the next week
stumble
to
fumble,
Mississippi
really?
State.
You're bringing that up?
Well, but I mean, you know what I'm
Come
saying?
on,
So
dude.
after,
Jumbo, do you
after
remember
you've
that
had the
day?
air taken out of you, they lost to Mississippi State the next week. I think it's going to be like that for Kentucky. I think they're going to have a hard time getting up for this game after the big letdown. Florida, the big favorite at South Carolina. Jumbo, who you got?
Well, I'm thinking South Carolina just because Gamecocks are better than Gators,
Okay.
All right.
in my opinion.
Mama Sue picking Florida. I'm going to go with Florida.
Shut up, dude.
If
No.
man, I was telling you, if Florida loses this game, Mullen, I don't think makes it. I think
Dude,
I don't
hey,
think
Florida wins if they got Tebow as a quarterback. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
South Carolina's pretty bad, Jumbo.
Yeah.
But their name is
South
the
Carolina's
Gamecocks.
graduate
That's
assistant.
awesome.
Their graduate assistant is starting at quarterback. All right, here we go. Oh, I'm sorry. Mama Betty says Florida, and I say Florida.
Dude, hey, go get my Eagles hat. Eagles hat. I got one.
For our pro game of the week, Jumbo's an Eagles fan.
He's trying to get Chance to get his Eagles hat, and Chance is failing him
Hey.
miserably.
Grab that football.
The Chargers are at the Eagles. The Chargers are a 3-point favorite on the road
I mean, you could grab them in your torch.
at the Eagles.
Oh,
Did Chance
The
just fall
Eagles are doing everything by the numbers nowadays.
No, the Eagles suck, but I'm still going with the Eagles.
Okay. There we go. We got the mini helmet.
That's right.
You know what? I think Mama Sue picked the Eagles. And you know what? Brian Jumbo Coffin is one of my best friends. And that's why I'm picking the Chargers.
Oh, dude, what the hell, dude? That was so wrong.
I can't do it. I thought about doing it. I did my boy dirty.
But I love it.
Well, I picked the Chargers and Mama Betty picked the Chargers.
I'm dead.
Well, Jumbo,
Now-
you've seen a lot of this next team play, haven't you?
Yep.
Mayflower at Atkins. Now Mayflower is 1-6 from what I've found. Atkins is 4-4. Mayflower is ranked 42nd in Hootens. Atkins is ranked 23rd. Jumbo, you
Dude,
have a
I've
special
got to go with
connection with
Atkins
this game.
because my daughter is dating the left tackle from Atkins. Yeah.
Okay.
I just think Atkins is better, so I'm going to go with Atkins, and so is Mama Sue.
Listen, Mama Betty says Atkins. Look, I hated Vilonia, but I respected Vilonia. I have neither for Atkins, but I'm actually doing good in this pick 'em. So therefore, I'm going to pick Atkins because I want to
Yes!
get it right. But Atkins was one of those teams I couldn't stand them. In high school, we played them.
Hey, to be honest, my senior year, we played Atkins, Clinton, and Greenbrier, who was 1, 2, and 3 in the conference, but they weren't in our conference.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Wow. That was y'all's preseason games that year?
Yeah.
Atkins, Dover, and Greenbrier.
Non-conference, yeah. Yep. Atkins and Greenbrier and Clinton.
Dover. I thought it was Dover.
Clinton.
Okay.
Okay.
No, I think Dover just made it into the playoffs on the win.
No, our senior year, Atkins won it. Dover was second. We were third. And Clint.
Yeah, I know. And we beat all of y'all, and we were 9-1.
Yeah. No one cares.
Yeah.
Yeah, me neither.
Why are you bringing up old crap?
All right, so here it is for the Judges Cup. Greenbrier has won 12 of the last 20, including last year's game, 17-14. Vilonia is playing at Greenbrier.
I don't care.
Isn't it Don Jones Field? Something like that.
It doesn't matter.
Don Jones Stadium.
I mean,
My pick is Vilonia, 1,000,000, Greenbrier, -200.
Mama Sue
That's
is worth
right.
picking Greenbrier, and I tell you what, it is awesome. It is awesome that this game that we've all three played in means. I mean, but it means so much this year. It's awesome, and I wish it would have meant something like this when we played, but it didn't.
Yeah.
I wish it did, but it didn't. But I'm gonna take Greenbrier just because I'm a homer. It's a homer pick. I don't know anything about either team, but I'm doing a homer pick.
Well, you know, Greenbrier has a D-back, Clint. This may make you change your pick. That used to live in Greenbrier. His parents split up. So he
I heard
moved to
this. I love
Texas.
this story.
He moved to Texas, to Allen, Texas. He was supposed to start for the Chad Morris-led Allen High School, but he decided to play for he wanted to live in Greenbrier with his other parent. So he moved back, and now he's a defensive back providing speed for the
I bet he's happy he's
D-backs.
not playing for Chad Morris,
yeah.
who's 7-2. This is the first time Allen, Texas lost multiple games in like a gajillion years.
Yeah.
Ah,
Take that, Allen. So what if your stadium's probably nicer than the University of Arkansas? We don't care.
the Greenbrier's got an indoor practice facility now. I remember going out with Coach Smith and picking up rocks with Robert Branscombe
Yeah.
so we could have practice.
Yeah.
They have an indoor practice facility.
Yeah. It's nuts. Vilonia's had one a long time.
Yeah.
Vilonia had an indoor practice facility when I was youth pastor at Sunny Gap almost 20 years ago. They had an indoor.
I had the time of my life picking up rocks.
Yeah. All right. Mississippi State, Arkansas.
Wait,
Think
you
I know
didn't
our
give yours
picks
and
here.
Mama Betty's pick on the Greenbrier.
Oh, I'm
Vilonia game.
sorry.
Even though
Mama
it's-
Betty and I both said Greenbrier.
There you go.
So Jumbo, I thought Clint might go the other way on that one.
Yeah.
But
No, I just
doesn't
think
Vil-
Greenbrier being at home, I think it's gonna happen.
Wait, technically, y'all may win this time, but apparently, my nephew, who's a 9th grader, is the best player ever in Vilonia history. So for the next 3 years, Vilonia 1,000, Greenbrier -200.
He's also 6 feet tall.
Oh yeah, he's also 6 feet tall when he was 12.
That's what I'm talking about. Beast.
Dynamite drop-in chance. The broadcast lessons are really paying off.
All right. Mississippi State, Arkansas. Jumbo, what do you think?
Dude, Arkansas all the way. I mean, Mississippi State, they're good, but they're not as good as Sam Pittman. Dude, Pittman is my hero. So
Yeah, I think me and Jumbo both had good experience playing with an offensive line coach who's also the head coach. But I mean,
good. It was tough, but it was good.
It was tough, but it was good. It was a good experience, and I think Arkansas is just going to out physical them, and I think KJ Jefferson's he's the difference maker. So,
Arkansas across the board.
I think it's going to be a clean sweep across the board. Arkansas.
Yeah.
Jumbo.
Betty said Arkansas. I said Arkansas.
Jumbo, my man, it was great having you on. I'm not sure who's all going to see this other than Gabe Saracel and Travis's mom.
That's right.
I asked Gabe
I
to
love
come
you, brother.
on. He's too good.
Good job
for me.
selling cheese.
Man, we had so much fun back in the day, and it was good to relive the strip. I hadn't thought about the strip, and I even trained jiu-jitsu on Front Street, and I haven't even thought about it being the strip. And then I'd suppressed that memory in my head about having to hide in the back seat of a Ford Aerostar as my parents drove me down the strip, and I didn't want any of my friends to see me.
Jumbo, one of my favorite Clint stories, and I can't remember if I've shared it on here before. I was on the strip one night, didn't have any money, Clint's working at Hardee's on Oak Street. So I was like, man, let's go to Hardee's and get Clint to give us some food. He'll hook us up, So we go over there. I park around back, come in the store, we're hanging out talking to Clint. I'm like, dude, Clint, bring us some food out the back, man. Thinking he'll grab us a couple burgers or something,
Yeah.
Well, I remember what I did now.
I go to the back of the store, get in my truck thinking, man, he's going to hook us up, man. I'm starving, He comes out. He has a bag of cubed ham, frozen cubed ham, like goes on a salad bar. The salad bar ham. What am I like? He didn't even bring a bun. Like, what am I supposed to do with that?
I did.
Like I think it sat in my truck for a couple of days, started stinking. I threw it away. I was like, that's the worst hookup ever, man. I mean, like, at least bring me a, I don't know, chicken strip or something, man.
Y'all, if nothing else, this podcast has reminded me that I am a terrible human being. I may be the worst person alive.
Well,
wait, I got you beat. Can I tell my favorite Clint story? Do you remember when we worked at Tyson at the TVDC?
Oh yeah, I remember that.
And every Sunday morning, Hardee's had a all-you-can-eat biscuits and gravy.
No, this was hilarious. This is one of my favorite stories ever because I didn't get roasted. Y'all got roasted. And you still won't.
That's true.
Yeah, you still won't eat Hardee's over it because you're still salty about it all these years later.
1,000%.
So we worked overnight at Tyson Distribution Center. We got Get the Bird. So we go to Hardee's, and it's the summer after I tore my knee up, so I was trying to lose weight so I wouldn't be a joke. At least, be able to make it through practice without like puking and falling over like I've got cramps. So I go in and they want to go eat biscuits and gravy. And I said, look, give me 2 plain biscuits, no butter. So Jumbo and Matt Nelson, who was my roommate, started left tackle at Arkansas Tech, started making fun of me. And the lady behind the counter goes, maybe if you had a little bit more willpower, y'all wouldn't be so fat. I've died laughing. Like it's the greatest day of my life.
Oh,
I'm
that's
like,
awesome.
oh yeah, I got some backup here. And so then they order their biscuits and gravy because we'll just sit there and take them giving us crap. We're not gonna turn down the food. Like, look, we still gonna eat.
Yeah.
You can insult as long as you give us the biscuits and gravy. And so then they go to get their refills. Like, it's the only one y'all can have. This is it. And that's like, we should call it all you can eat. You should call it all I can have is 2. And another funny eating story with me and Jumbo and Matt is we went into the Chinese buffet in Russellville.
Oh my God. I thought you forgot about this too.
And they're like, buffet closed. No, they didn't say that. That's a line of resistance. Like, no, buffet's closed, but you can order off menu. Like, no, we're going down the street to the other buffet. Who do you think we're dealing with?
You think we're here for anything but
Yeah,
a
I'm not
buffet?
here to order off the menu.
That's right.
I'm here for some of that deep fried carby goodness.
Well, between that and many times at the Waffle House, all you could eat, seeing who could order the most. But, you know, I got schooled on that, and when I went to college at Washita, we were doing that, and this guy says, "Wait a second, you don't see how much you can eat; you see how much you eat would have cost." So we started keeping a tab. One time, I ate like $40 worth of food. It was awesome. At Waffle House, that's a lot of food.
Yeah, it is.
All right,
Man, they don't
one more
do that
Clint's.
anymore. I
While
think
we're picking on
Clint,
Clint, Jumbo, I don't know if you've heard this story. Clint may have told you. He would come down to Washita and visit me. And we'd go play basketball and goof off and stuff. And then late at night, we'd go to Shoney's down there.
Oh,
And there was this waitress there
this is a really funny story.
that Clint was, trying to talk to.
I
he
was always
trying to
hitting on her.
spit
Like,
game
it was
on her, do all this.
like I would have pepper sprayed me if I was
moves.
her.
Yeah. And he's trying to, he's being all funny and all that stuff. And, and she's kind of playing hard to get, and so it's the second time. It's the second time. Like he'd been down there, and then a couple of weeks later he comes back, and she's working that night again. And so he's like, well, "Why don't you just give me your number?" And tries to get her number. So she writes down her number, and he says, "Well, what time should I call you?" And she says, "Well, I get off at 2." And so, because they closed at like 2 a.m. or whatever. So we go back to the dorm, and we're playing spades or something at the dorm, and we're like, "Man, it's about 2:30. You gonna call her?" He said, "Yeah." So he, it's the dorm phone. He picks it up, dials it. No, hangs it up. Like, what is it? He said, "It had to be the wrong number." He dials it again, picks it up. He goes, "No." I said, let me call. So I called it. It was the time and temperature number.
It was great. It was great. It's the greatest rejection ever. It's the greatest rejection ever. Like, I swung and I missed.
For those of y'all that don't remember, there used to be a local number in every town that you could call and get the time and temperature at any time of the day. It was just a recording. And she had given him the local time and temperature.
Dude, it ain't nothing. I'm 45 yeed old now, and that ain't nothing but funny. I don't care if it was me that got roasted.
It was so good. That girl made her daddy proud right there. All right, y'all. Listen, hey, this has been fun. Jumbo, it's been fun having you, man. Thanks for blessing us by being on the podcast. Your son, young stud muffin right there. I look forward to seeing him roaming the sidelines of Vilonia in the future. And y'all live in Vilonia still?
No, they're in Atkins.
No, we're in Atkins.
Oh, you're in Atkins?
He's going to be in the band.
He's going to be a Red Devil. No.
But he's going to be in the band, not a football.
Yeah, Chance doesn't like playing football. And that's
what instrument you play?
Percussion.
Percussion? He likes
dude.
Percussion.
He likes to bang those skins.
No, and I'm going to give Jumbo credit because Jumbo did tell Chance when Chance said he didn't want to play football. Like, look, son, I ain't got to live vicariously through you. I did it.
Yeah, I did.
Hey, and hey, what it's about is getting daddy some savings on that college fund. And banging those skins. Banging those skins can get you a college scholarship too, buddy. Okay. So that's what daddy cares about. He just wants you to get some of that college.
I expect to see you in a live action remake of Drumline.
That's right.
You're going to be playing Nick Cannon.
That's right.
You're going to have Nick Cannon's part.
That's right.
But
hey,
live action Drumline. No, he's done.
Yeah. Well, y'all listen,
Disney Plus show.
like and share the podcast. Okay, it's on Apple, it's on Spotify, it's on the YouTubes. We have a Facebook account, we have Instagram account, we have a Twitter account,
Reddit.
Yeah, I'm out on Twitter. Sorry.
We're on all those, so you can find us anywhere. Let people know about it, and hey. Don't forget,
subscribe button.
Listen to some Sean Michelle music, Hometown Roofing. Even though Bobby B's still probably hurting from the loss, and go Greenbrier. Oh.
Sweat, work, filthy, dirt, harvest, hurt, kingdom come. Sweat, work, filthy, dirt, harvest, hurt, kingdom come. Listen, that's why I sweat when I work. My hands get filthy down in this dirt. Won't see no harvest till I hurt. Crying your kingdom come. Listen, I wake up in the morning, I bow my head to pray. Mama told me if I don't, ain't nothing gonna change. These prayers breaking up hard ground so I can sow the seed. Ain't afraid of no aches and pain. Lord knows I gotta follow his lead. That's why I sweat when I work. My hands get